Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran Kirk and Jack from PickDawgz. Thank you for joining us for another series of games for the Club World Cup. These are on Tuesday. That is June 17th, if I'm not mistaken. We have four games on the schedule, and you're getting free picks for every single one of those games, even though we probably don't know two, maybe two of the teams that we have on the schedule.
Speak for
At
yourself.
least Well, are you telling me you really know where the Sundowns are coming from?
Yeah, I did my research.
Yeah. Did you know before?
No, but that's what research is
Oh,
for.
that's fine. That's fine. They do have a cool name though, I have to say. Sundowns. That's a that's
Yeah,
an interesting name.
sounds like a team that literally just created a team for an intramural league, and now they're all of a sudden in a Club World Cup, and now they're called the Sundowns, and everyone's like, "Oh God, this is gonna be a cakewalk."
I mean, the word Sundowns could literally be a word for all kinds of establishments if you really do think about it. You want to go to the Sundown later, guys? Think about it.
Funniest name that I've
Stop
heard
drinking,
is
Jack.
is from I think it was Eritrea or something like that. Like I mean the country, they have a team called Vo 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 Vo.
You know what the best one I've heard? It starts with B and ends with A. It's a joke of a team.
I thought it was the Bundesliga. I thought that's what that was.
Barcelona
Uh,
with that crybaby Lamal.
Anyways, guys, uh, there will be more videos for the Club World Cup all the way until the finale, and of course, finale included. Uh,
Jack,
since Shut up, Kirk.
Jack.
Your PickDawgz site has been released. We do have some technical issues with it, so please be patient with us, and we'll keep you updated when
Jack.
that time comes.
what he said, Kirk. Listen to the
No, I
boss.
have a serious question.
Can we get
I
to the
doubt it.
first game?
It involves the first game.
Okay, go on then.
Did you fill out your FIFA World Cup bracket? I'm interested.
I did, yeah, of course.
Who
I
do you
was the
have in
one
the?
who put it on Discord.
I know, but sometimes you go brain farting and forget to do your own thing.
Yeah, true.
So who you
What's
got in
your
the finals?
my finals? I haven't filled it in yet.
It locked.
No, the group stage locked, I think. Oh no,
Everything
ignore
locked.
me. Ignore me. No, there's a second chance. Ignore me. Finals I can't see. I think I took Real and Inter or something like that. Oh no, PSG and
Damn.
Inter, I think.
Sorry to hear that.
There's not getting to the finals. They're
I got
kidding me.
Al-Hilal and River, I think, or
Jesus Christ.
Boca or something. The big teams aren't going to care at the end. I already know.
Like Jack mentioned, we do have the Discord, guys. The link for it is in the description of this video. So join us there and get some extra free picks, few premiums every now and then, and a bunch of great tickets from other people who already joined. So click the link and sign up. It's absolutely free. Now let's get into the games. Kirk, Fluminense, and Borussia Dortmund. Fluminense, the team from Brazil. A very solid team, I want to say, by the Brazilian standards. Dortmund coming into this game, I think they sold some players. They signed a few new ones, if I'm not mistaken. Niko Kovac remained the head coach after getting them into the Champions League last season. Who do you have here?
I don't even remember who they sold, but I know they got Job now, following in his brother's
Yeah,
footsteps, which is I don't know, whatever. Good for him, I guess. Um, I don't know. Dortmund's a team that usually just concedes. They're not a very strong preseason team historically. You laughing, Jack?
It's just the worst transfer I've seen in a long while.
And he could be good. He
why?
probably
If the guy's last name is not Bellingham, they have no clue who he is. He is like an average championship player. He couldn't even Ipswich were looking at him, they scouted him, but when they came up to the Premier League, they're like, absolutely not. He won't even start for Dortmund. He won't even get close to starting.
well, he's
I,
young.
and as I said, if his last name is not Bellingham, they have no idea who he is.
Anyways, Job will probably play in this game. I don't
You'll
know if
see.
this.
You'll see.
I don't know if this is like the Brazilian Club World Cup or something. I feel like every game has a Brazilian team in it. And they've been playing hard. The first two teams I saw play, they've been playing hard. I think they'll get on the scoreboard here. I think they won't be able to keep Dortmund from scoring. I mean, I'm gonna go both teams to score, and I think it's a pretty safe pick here.
Yeah, if nothing else, I think Dortmund can outscore Fluminense in this game. I don't know, it just feels like they won't even bother defensively. So Dortmund to win and over 1.5 goals for me, -120, Jack.
Yeah, kind of the same thought process. I think they concede, but I think Dortmund are just going to score a lot more. That you've got to tip your hat off to the way Dortmund finished the Bundesliga. They had a really horrible start and they brought it back from like March onwards. I can't remember how many games in a row they won at the end of the season. So they've had a little rest, back to it now, and they win.
Now the next game is between River Plate, who are top two teams in Argentina and some of the top teams in South America overall, against Urawa, Red Diamonds from Japan. Uh, I don't know. I think that Japanese J1 league is quite competitive, but I'm not sure how much I guess either of these two teams can do in this competition. Well, I suppose they could go to a decent length, considering that the big teams probably won't care much about this competition. Who do you have here, Jack?
I got the R plates, but I in my coming back to that predictor that Kirk said about earlier. There's always one team, there's always one group which just shouldn't. You have one team to come bottom and they just end up qualifying. In my predictor, I had Urawa coming second. Japanese football's evolving. South Korea football's evolving. The national sides are getting better. And the club football, from what I hear, is getting better as well. So I guess we'll see. It'll be a real good match to watch if that's something that you're interested in, to see how they can compete. I think there's no question that River Plate are the better team though, so I am going to take them on the money line here. I'd probably even take it at -200, so it's a decent bit of value.
Anything else to add, Kirk?
No, nowhere near Urawa I'm going in 100 years. They're like an MLS team. You fade them at all costs. 2-0 fading the MLS already, and it's beautiful. I mean, this Club World Cup is literally in the U.S., so U.S. people bet on the U.S. team so that FIFA and the books can make more money, because all these delusional U.S. fans are like, oh, we got a team, we got to go to the game, make some money back. No, you don't go to the game. You save your money, you watch at home, you order some Uber Eats, and you bet on the other team, and you get free Uber Eats. You don't go near that soccer stadium you can't even be a fan of that team. And also, for that person who said they should buy me an MLS jersey, if an MLS jersey ever appears at my doorstep, I will personally send you a video of me lighting it on fire.
Such a hater, Kirk. Unbelievable, man.
Why would I watch the MLS?
I might just send him a jersey of MLS All Stars.
If you make it Marco Royce, sure. If it's a guy that actually is decent.
Anything it takes.
If you give me a bum like Messi, oh, that thing's going in.
Sure.
We're burning down the whole
Sure.
city then with that jersey.
Like Marco Reus ever was better than Messi or won more than Messi.
100%.
Absolutely. He is the top class German player.
Won a World Cup before Messi. That's all that matters. Won a World Cup before Messi.
When did he win the World Cup?
2014.
He was not there.
Doesn't matter. Still German.
God.
In their lifetime,
Anyways.
Royce was a champion before.
Sure. I'm taking both teams to score in this game. It just feels like both teams are going to go for it. Don't expect a lot of defense in this game either. Now, the next one is between Ulsan Hyundai and Sundowns from South Africa. The only South African player that I actually remember and knowing about was Shabalala. when he scored the World Cup opener
Fire.
Don't
back.
forget about Stephen Pienaar. That guy
Fire.
wrecked up the
Yeah,
Oh,
Premier
right,
Pienaar
League.
was
right.
good.
He was playing for Ajax, right? And somewhere in the
Yeah,
EPL, was it? Somewhere
He
in
went to
Everton or something
Everton,
like
went
that?
to Spurs. He might have even got to MLS as well.
Shabalala.
I'm not sure though.
The whole fucking world except for Mexico was happy when he scored that.
Yeah, and that was a banger of a goal. Do you
It
remember
was. I watch
that
it. I
volley?
watch it every 6 months and do the celebration
Yeah.
in front of the TV.
And then the Vuvuzela got on.
Yeah.
That was the funnest World Cup I've seen. Yeah.
Not for me. England were
Anyways,
terrible. No, that was Brazil
well,
actually.
they're
No,
always
actually,
terrible.
think
Brazil
about
was
this.
beautiful.
No,
7-1.
the South Africa World Cup. You had the Lampard crossbar over the line. Germany should have been out. Do you
Okay.
remember, Kirk?
What do you have in this game, Jack?
Yeah, come on, Jack. Hurry up.
No, I did my research. I've never watched a single minute of Sundowns football. Same with Ulsan. I don't think I've ever watched a minute of Ulsan football.
And never probably will.
Oh, I might do this game. It's the only game on. But the Sundowns, I read earlier when I was actually doing research on the game that they've had to leave 12 of their first team back in South Africa, part to visa issue and part to I don't know why. They had a load of visa problems.
They
So
lost him in the sun.
maybe they stayed on the beach. But yeah, they're missing 12 players here. So I can't really side with them. I have to go the other side. I have to take the double chance.
Just for the info, so Steven Pienaar was in Ajax, Borussia Dortmund, Everton, and Tottenham.
There you go.
So a very solid career for this guy.
Not the Sundowns.
Not for Sundowns though. In this game, I'm taking the over 2.5. I mean, it's plus 124, and like Jack said, they're missing a load of players. Basically, the entire starting 11. They could make another team if they had all those players. So over 2.5 and plus money for myself, Kirk.
Jack, switch your pick to mine.
Yeah, it's true, right?
Obviously.
Unless it's 0-0 the whole game. It could be one of those like games that should have
I
been
don't think the
4 or
over
5
hits here.
goals.
I don't think the over hits here. Specifically because this has a 1-1 written all over, in my opinion. Both these teams, if they want any chance of making it to the next round, it's a must-win game for both teams, considering who's in their group. Pretty sure they're in what group are they in? I just forgot, but I know it's a must-win game for both of them. Is it the Real Madrid group?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What are we saying here? This group?
They are in the group with Dortmund and Fluminense.
Yeah, exactly. Must-win game for both these teams. As Jack said, the Sundowns were left on the beach. Half the team didn't make it. Ulsan to win either half here. They've actually been decent in their league. I've been looking at their fixtures. They've been solid. I mean, obviously very different here, but to win either half at plus money, I think that's where I got to put my money.
The last pick of this video is between Monterrey and Inter. Now, Inter coming into this game with the new head coach, Kirk. It was very disappointing end to the season for them. They haven't won a single trophy. Now they signed the former Inter player as the head coach, Christian Chivu, a Romanian guy. I don't know where he was coaching before this. I did read something about it, but I forgot where he was. They're also making some changes in the roster and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see how serious they take this game, but I'm pretty sure that Monterrey will be focused, and it's not often that you can play against the team of Inter's caliber.
Yeah, Monterrey's a little feisty team. I think this is going to be a chippy game. You all right, Jack?
Yeah, I need to turn the AC off. I'm freezing over here.
Sorry.
Your nipples are showing.
They can be if you want. To be fair, I still owe a video of my shirt off.
Yeah, who was that thanks to? The Leches?
Lazio. Screw them guys.
Yeah, who'd they lose to? Lecce?
Como, right? Oh no, it might have been Lecce. Yeah, it was
No,
Lecce.
might have been Lecce.
I've been,
Lecce.
I need to get a dartboard with a Lecce logo and just throw
Lecce,
darts
the
at it.
city of dreams. Lazio, the city of disappointment. You should know this. Anyways, I think Inter gonna score here. I think Monterrey, they put up a good fight here. Feisty team, as I said. I think they get on the scoreboard. I'm gonna take both teams to score.
I'm gonna go with the first half draw in this one at plus 148. A slower start wouldn't surprise me from either side in this game. Just a bit of a defensive effort from both sides in the first half, and then we'll see what's gonna happen in the second half. So I'm gonna go with the first half draw, Jack.
Yeah, kind of along the same lines of you here as to why I've taken cards, because again, like you said, this new Inter setup, you really don't know what you're going to get. I imagine you're going to have players trying to get starting spots because they got the new manager, but Monterrey also have a new manager, so you really don't know. And again,
Who's Monterrey?
No, I
Who's Monterrey?
can't speak Mexican. I can't speak Spanish.
Monterrey.
But yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get with both sides. I have to go with cards. I think the referees have been consistently. Guys, we're 16 minutes in a 4-game video. I have to go with the cards.
Sorry, I mean that's the guy who keeps pronouncing those Italian names like his. I don't know,
We heard Sociedad all season.
That's
Lauren.
not Italian. That's not Italian.
I never said it was. I'm just
Go
reading
on,
off
dude.
the perfect example. Either way.
Tell me one Italian team I mispronounced, Goran.
Cagliari.
Cagliari.
What?
That's how you pronounce it.
No, it's Cagliari.
That's what I just said.
No.
Whatever. That's
Anyway,
what I
Jack,
said.
You definitely used to say Leicester City as well. Don't tell me you didn't. Anyway, Leicester. I bet you used to call them Leicester.
I never.
I bet you did.
Go to Massachusetts. We have so many of those cities. I'll send you a list, and then we'll do a pronunciation test. Whoever lives in Mass, I'll give him Worcester. I know how he'll pronounce it. Pronounce it Worcester. So you'll be on the lookout for the spelling test for Jack.
All right, okay. If you don't stop talking, I'm gonna have to give you a yellow card, and this over 4.5 is gonna have to go up to over 5.5. The referees, look, they've been giving out yellows left, right, and centre. The referee that's refereeing this game is a Brazilian. He gives out 5 to 6 cards a game in the Brazilian league. We all know it's a physical league, but as I said, the refs have been giving out cards in this tournament so far. So I'm going to go with the over 4.5 here.
Well, that's it for this video, everyone. We won't keep you any longer. Thank you for joining us. Check out the rest of the free picks on the PickDawgz YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. We're getting very close to those 250,000 subscribers. Definitely a huge milestone. So help us accomplish that, guys. And we'll see you soon with more free picks.